Hello boys and girls, let's cook some stuff. So like most people, I've been walking around the house talking to inanimate objects for most of the day, so I figure I might as well talk to the camera and cook some stuff. So I'm gonna make butter chicken today, which is a really good Indian dish. So here's the deal, I'm not one of those guys that measures everything. I just kind of do roughly about this amount. So this is 2 chicken breasts. I got like 8 to 10 vine ripened tomatoes here. Some basmati rice, you got jasmine, whatever you got works. An onion, 3 tablespoons of butter, a couple cloves of garlic, some ginger, it's like 2 or 3 teaspoons of chili powder, salt, a quarter cup of cashews, a couple teaspoons of garam masala, 3-4 tablespoons of white vinegar, looks like 4 or 5 tablespoons of sugar, and that's all. So a lot of these ingredients are just going to end up in the blender anyways, so there's no sense in taking the time to cut them up into exact size pieces. So just halves, quarters, depending on the size of the tomato. Halves should work just fine for this purpose. I like the vine ripened because they're actually ripened on the vine. Most conventional tomatoes you buy are going to be picked green and then gassed to turn them red. So these are actually ripe and not artificially ripened. They're going to be a little bit sweeter, have a little more flavor. Much better. Same thing with the onion. Rough chops just fine. Now if you're really looking to improve the speed of the things you do in the kitchen, give yourself one of these. Just a bench knife, dough cutter, called a few different things. But they're an easy way to transfer things around from your cutting board to different jars, bowls, whatever. One of the easiest ways to peel garlic is still using this tool. Don't use your nice, fancy, expensive Japanese knives to do that. They're made of tough steel that can easily shatter from doing this, so just give it a good whack. Skin will slide right off. Easy peasy. For the chicken, you're going to marinate it in just a little bit of the chili powder, the garlic paste, or excuse me, ginger paste. I wasn't able to get fresh garlic thanks to the COVID. So this will have to do. And a little bit of salt. So you're going to want to heat up a skillet or a nice saute pan. If you got cast iron, use it. This is just a cheap $20 Lodge pan. They're awesome. Love cooking in cast iron. Stainless steel is good too. I would use non-stick last. You actually want all the little burnt bits on the bottom of the pan. They're going to develop on a stick pan that are going to bring out a lot more flavor. So don't use olive oil to cook with. It is the worst cooking oil. It has a really low smoke point, so you end up just basically making a carcinogenic mess in your pan. I've been using avocado recently. It's kind of expensive, but it's pretty tasty, and it'll saute pretty well on a medium to high heat without smoking. You don't need a lot of oil. We're not deep frying this. Enough to coat the bottom of the pan's plenty. Get the chicken in the pan. You're going to let it cook pretty much all the way through. Again, you want to get a good sear on it. Let that stuff on the bottom of the pan, called the fond, let that develop. Once you got your chicken cooked, just transfer it back into another clean bowl. Do not clean your pan. Leave all that stuff on the bottom. Next up, add all your onions. And a good spoonful of butter. Was that a tablespoon? Okay, once your onions have had a chance to sweat down, cook down a little bit, now you're going to add all your tomatoes. And the cashews. Let those cook down just a little bit. Now I'm going to give it just a little splash of water, kind of speed things up. Once you got this up to a good boil, we're going to add what's left. Got some garlic, a little bit more chili powder, the garam masala, a little more salt, vinegar, and the sugar. And we're gonna put this down to a simmer and let it simmer for about 15-20 minutes. Let all that stuff come together. While that's simmering, you can cook your rice. And I'm going to use this little gizmo here. It's actually a microwave rice cooker by Joseph and Joseph, I think is the company. It's like 12 bucks online. I think it's pretty cool. Cooks rice really well and takes no thought. Just like any other rice, pretty much 2-to-1 ratio of rice. So I got a half cup of rice, full cup of water. Lid it up. Throw this in the microwave for about 10 minutes. That'll do the trick. So while your rice is cooking, I'm going to transfer all this into a blender. You can use a stick blender, like an immersion blender, if you want. Just remember when you're using a high-speed wet blender like this, that you start at the lowest setting possible, so you don't get a face full of hot soup. Burn yourself. We're going to add our buttered chicken sauce back to the pan. We're going to stir in what's left of our butter. And then add our chicken back to the pan. And we'll let this cook for another 10-15 minutes and simmer. Let the chicken soak up some of that flavor. So this is ready to serve. Put your rice in the bottom of a bowl and then just spoon your chicken over the top with lots of sauce. And then I just garnish with a little bit of cilantro. And just a drizzle of heavy cream. That's it, it's butter chicken. Pretty good. Thanks for watching.